Hi, this is James with INCA TV. Really pleased to be at the Mill stand and be with their chairman, Jerry Mills. Jerry, good morning. It's lovely to see you again. We know Mills as one of the largest distributors of telecom infrastructure equipment. Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about the company and what makes you stand out.
Right, well, first I'd just like to sort of say we're delighted to be at the INCA conference here. We have a great association with INCA. They support us with our fibre road shows, and we're delighted to be one of the gold sponsors here today. So, and it's absolutely a stunning venue as well here at Liverpool. So we're certainly looking forward to being a big part of the show. And really, as the largest independent distributor, I mean, it's strange how we find ourselves in this particular mode, but we are a company employing about 50 staff, and we have very, very large stocks. And what makes us different, I guess, because we are a private, family-owned business, the actual sort of chain of command and the way of actually being very reactive to customers is quite different to a lot of our competitors. So we're very, very pleased to be in that particular position. We are growing fast. We've added some extra warehousing this year, so we're now up to about 100,000 square foot of warehousing space. And we recognise that literally it's just so important to actually have the stock. These guys are absolutely rampantly running out the broadband rollout, and they do need the product, and so we're very happy that we're supporting that.
Okay, that's really interesting, Jerry. So that, in terms of what you're seeing roll out and being most demanded out of the warehouse, I mean, some of it might be here on your stand today, which we can talk about, but is there anything in particular you're seeing that demand for, or any sort of particular innovations that people are demanding from you now?
Yeah, we're generally sort of saying, I mean, a lot of it, this is PIA product, which is quite recognised. This is a lot of the old BT product. We've demystified a lot of the BT product in as much that we now actually on our website carry the BT reference numbers, so it's quite easy for people to identify the product. But the supply chain has been the real big issue, but now I think we've got it right with the bigger stocks, the bigger volume coming in. We've now got, although exchange rates are increasing, we're actually now sort of seeing that the carriage costs to bring the stuff in is reducing, and so that's been important. One of the key things that we do see out there is the fact that a lot of the manufacturers are very, very keen to bring in their new CBTs, their new enclosures, their new fibre, but they don't really spend an awful lot of time at looking at the tooling that they'll actually need to actually implement the products, and so that's where we come into play. We talk to an awful lot of the ISPs, the altnets, a lot of contractors. They ask us for simpler ways to actually sort of improve the efficiencies of their deployment, and we are able to normally come up with the goodies. And we've got a few examples here today. We've got a massive range of fibre blowing equipment. We've now got some intelligent fibre blowing machines, which means that you'll be able to sort of know the distances blown, when they were blown, and it gives the altnets a lot more information. And so that's something that's coming out very, very shortly. We've obviously got our FIG, which is our sort of drop cable delivery product as well. And we've also introduced things like a lot of new horizontal cable stands, which are ideal for the new CBTs. We've also got new multi-pulling cable socks, and again, a lot of this is all going to be introduced. We've got probably about half a dozen new lines that are actually sort of we're working on at the moment. We've got ways of identifying whether you have a fibre in a duct. That's a new patented product which will be out probably within the next 3 months, and so it's really exciting.
No, and interested to hear you talking about some of the ways that you think it's then you can make it easier to work with some of the altnets. Yeah. We're talking a lot here this week about deployment and how that's going to work. So they need to work with yourself. Any advice you'd give them? What's the best way that they can make life easier for themselves to work with a supplier like you?
Well, certainly our expertise is very much in tooling. So speak to us. Let's have a conversation. We've got a massive range of certainly cable strippers. We've developed new products that you can actually put on brackets on poles, and we work quite closely with OpenReach, so we've got a good association with those guys. We can probably advise whether a product's going to be accepted, what the various advantages might be, and so speak to us and let's talk about sort of how we can actually work together to help the altnets deploy their fibre quicker.
Fantastic. Well, superb message for everybody who's being here over these next couple of days. I hope you have lots of interest on your stand, and thanks for talking to us, Jerry.
Pleasure. Thank you very much. Thanks.